anybody who's not on. So we're recording, so this is awesome. I'm so excited. So we wanted to do a quick call before we start 80-day obsession, kind of go over questions, answers, go over some things, some need to know things. So I am drinking my wine. This is my last glass of wine for 80 days. Anyone else? Anyone else?
No, just me and you. Oh,
Melissa has some wine. Okay. I'm not even much of a wino, but I drank like a mother this weekend. I was like, I'm drink as much as I can. Okay, awesome. All right, guys, so let's just get started. So things I want to talk about tonight before we get started. So tomorrow's big night. So what I want to talk about first thing are the bands. So with the workout equipment, you have your bands. We were listening today to people who have been in the test group, and they have said, like, your bands, do not freak out if they end up breaking. Not that they're supposed to break, but the person who was in the test group was saying, you're doing this for 80 days and stretching something out for 80 days. There is a chance. She said she had to buy 3 Beachbody. The Beachbody bands are the best ones, and they are specific to this workout. So they're there for a reason. So I bought mine a Beachbody, and you know how now it's just a workout accessory pack, but from here on out, they're going to have just the band. So you can order, like, if they happen to break. Mine came with 2, so my husband and I are going to use them, and if one of us, they said every time before you start, you just kind of look for a rip when you start. And then next are the sliders. So for your sliders, if you've noticed that you can take off the black part. So I don't know if you noticed that, but if you're on carpet, you can take off the black part so you can slide more easily. And actually they said if you have mats.
If you have rubber mats and you find that they're not sliding on them with or without the black part, she said to put down a towel or a blanket, and then you can slide on top of that.
Okay. And then your weights, you should have a light, medium, and heavy. If you don't, like right now, if you're just starting and like maybe tomorrow you don't have your equipment, or maybe you don't have your, whatever it is, still do the workout. Like we're all doing day 1 together, so do it no matter what. So
you don't need any sliders for tomorrow's workout. Just right. Weights and bands.
Weights and bands. So if you guys, for some reason, you're like, crap, I don't have any weights, like grab something heavy. Grab your child. And then so you're going to do light, medium, and heavy. So just use whatever you have. Right now, my lights are, I usually use an 8 and a 10. But I also have a 15 and a 5. It just depends. Like when I'm doing shoulder work, or like arm, like if I'm doing shoulders, I use lighter. If I'm doing biceps, I do a little bit heavier. And when I do legs, I'm really heavy. But you just use whatever you're doing, as long as you're doing something, it's going to be awesome. And then, all right, so I'm going to go right into that and then talk about self-care. And this was a huge thing. And then, we listened to the girl who did the test group, and she was saying how you have to take care of yourself. So if you're in our other group right now, and I posted, about self-care, and, your goal is to take care of yourself as much as you can. So this group is really about feeling really, really good about you. So she said you might want to take Epsom salt baths, and you can go on Amazon. I just ordered some of like $10. And I got lavender Epsom salts from a bath. And so, she said you're going to need that because you're going to be sore and you're going to need something relaxing. She said you need to drink a lot of water. And we were saying this, how a lot of times I'll tell people, drink a lot of water. And they're like, I can't drink a lot of water because then I pee a lot. You're supposed to pee a lot. That's nature. Like, you need to pee a lot. Like, it's okay if you run to the bathroom all the time. I know teachers that have that hard time with that, but you just got to make it work because you have to pee a lot. Like, you're supposed to. And then sleep. And you need to take your sleep seriously with this program because muscles are made when you're sleeping. And so you will, you're doing an intense program right now, you need to get that sleep. So think about what, for me, my hours are usually 6 to 7 hours. I feel good. Whatever that is for you, maybe you need that plus a half an hour, whatever it may be. But, take your sleep seriously during this program. And then with this, with that, it says so we're okay with muscle building. I wanted to go into eating. And so if you guys haven't already done, you should all have your meal plans by now. You should already know what you're going to eat tomorrow. You should at least know what you're going to eat for breakfast. Know what you're going to eat for that. But, the thing with this is, I've heard a lot of people ask me, they're saying oh my gosh, I think it's a lot of food. It's too much food, I'm not used to that. But Autumn is saying the intensity of this program, the length of this program, you need that food. Like you need it. And it says you can't build muscle if you aren't eating enough. And then so that once you're eating more and you're eating all the right stuff, it's like, we can't go back to counting calories because you could eat one donut or you could eat, 6 pieces of chicken. Like you just have to, you're eating all good things. So just keep that in mind. Just trust the process. And so whatever bracket you're in, okay, so let me give you an example. Like right now, I am in bracket A. And so I did the weight loss one. I'm usually always do the weight loss one. Like I wouldn't mind losing 5 to 10 pounds. But once we go ahead and we readjust, then I will probably go back up to like the maintenance. And so, right now it already seems like a lot of food, but she's saying that you're burning it. And then, the difference between the brackets, if you're worried about the brackets, I think it's only like a 300 calorie difference. And that's like eating 2 eggs. So it's not really that much. Like, don't stress about where you are. Just trust the process. No, like do it completely. Don't say, I'm a C, but I want to lose even more weight, so I'm going to do the A, because it won't work. And the girls in the test group said that they were down and they upped their calories and then lost weight. So just do that. And then the one thing, though, with this that goes along with this is that in the test group, they were saying the first week of this, you may get a headache. Like you may get a headache. You might feel like, weak. You're going to be sore. You're putting your body through a lot of stuff right now. And that's okay. Like the headaches are going to happen. It's a sugar detox. Like your body's going through something right now. Like I'm guaranteed you all weren't eating like this perfect last week. So going into this, like starting tomorrow, your body's going to be like, what's happening? Like, so drink a lot of water to get rid of that. But if your headaches continue past 1 week and you're still feeling like sluggish and you're still feeling weak and you're just not feeling good and you're having these like crazy headaches, then it might be that you're not, and you feel hungry, then you might not be getting enough and you might have to move up a bracket. And that's okay. That just means your body's burning a lot and doing a lot and you're using a lot for muscle, and it's okay. But just, know that like if you shouldn't be getting headaches more than a week. So we'll all talk. We'll be in here in the group every day to like talk about this. But just like, kind of trust the process. Ash, do you have anything to add on that?
So I'm going to talk a little bit about some frequently asked questions about the meal plans and stuff, because I was scrolling through the group today and I saw some people asking kind of similar questions. And then I am part of the coach group with Autumn. So I think there's some of you guys who are in that group, so you might recognize some of the information I'm going to tell you. So the number one thing is somebody asked if you can move a container from one meal to another. So say you don't want to have your carb before your workout, you want to have it maybe with dinner, or you want to do this and do that. She said no, like that is no. She put a lot of time in planning this meal plan, and that's, you can do it, but it's not timed nutrition. 80-Day Obsession has timed nutrition. That is the meal plan associated with it. So there's nothing wrong with doing, moving containers around and still staying in the portions that you're supposed to, but that's portion fix. It's like 21-day fix stuff. It's not 80-Day Obsession. So, she said no. Stay with like meal 1, stay with those containers. Meal 2, stay with those containers. She did say that you can swap out your pre-workout. If you're working out really, really early in the morning and you do not want to, you'd have to wake up, an hour and a half before your workout's supposed to be happening. You can swap out your pre-workout meal with meal 1. So if you don't want to eat all of that food first thing in the morning for your pre-workout, you can swap it out and have meal 1, which I think is a purple, a red, and a teaspoon, I think. So it's just a little bit less food. So some of you guys might opt to do that and just switch them. And then you would just have your pre-workout meal as your meal 1 or your breakfast or whatever when you're done everything. The other thing she said is you can, as far as your meals go, you can switch the order of any of the meals. So if you want to have what's allowed for meal 3 as meal 1 as your breakfast, you can move it. Just keep the containers with that specific meal. Any of the meals you can change the order of, but the workout block has to remain the same. You have to have your pre-workout meal. You have to have if you're going to do the energize, then your workout, then your recover, then your post-workout. That block has to remain the same. It doesn't matter where you put it in your meal plan for the day, but that block has to stay together. Otherwise, the meals themselves, you can change the order in. Let's see. The other thing, so here's another big thing. A lot of people are, kind of stressing about the meal plan and already trying to make excuses, or, saying, well, I'm really busy at work, or I'm going to be doing this, or I'm going to be doing that. Can I move this? Can I do that? And she was saying, we all get really excited when a new program comes out. We get really excited. It's because it's something new. There's a new meal plan to learn, whatever. But then once it comes down to it, we start making excuses and we start trying to manipulate the meal plan to kind of go with what we're comfortable with and kind of go back to what we're doing. And she's like, what Autumn said was, the reason why we're doing that is because we're comfortable with it. But you have to want to change. You have to want to step out of your comfort zone if you want to see changes within you. So she was like, she said you can do the 21-day fix meal plan if that's what you want. If you can't do this time nutrition and you want to go back to portion fix, that's fine. But you cannot get upset at the end of this 80 days when you don't have the results that you see everybody else getting, or that you saw like the before and afters from the initial test group of the coaches. If you look at those results, those people, they followed it to a T. They never missed a workout. They followed the time nutrition 100%. They did the performance line. They did everything that they were supposed to do. And that's what we're asking you guys to do. You guys are our beta test group. We're asking you to commit to this 100%. So
yeah.
The last... Did you want to say something?
I was going to say about, with that, a big question came up about alcohol. And so, with alcohol, she said, if it's kind of crazy because, they said a lot of people in the test group, when they said, look, no alcohol for 80 days, right? And there's a lot of sugar in alcohol, and alcohol is not getting anyone results. And they said a lot of people were having heart palpitations. I don't know if I can not drink alcohol for 80 days. And they said, and I think all of us, some of us might think that too. You're like, well, I'm going to go to a party, or I'm going to go to this, or something's going to happen. I'm going to want to drink alcohol. And she's like, but if you have that thought, I don't know if I can do without alcohol, then it's time that you say no to alcohol for 80 days. She was like, if you're a little worried, then it might mean, okay, let's commit, because you don't need it. You don't need it. So another big thing about the alcohol, and I love that they said it like this, was that we're training like athletes. And so in this program, it's going to be intense. It's going to be hard. We're longer days, and our nutrition is on point. But she said, we're training, this is to train like an athlete. We're going to have bodies like an athlete. And so to train like an athlete, if you were training as an athlete and you had to play the next day, there's no way you would be drinking. You would not, you wouldn't be drinking. You wouldn't want to feel sluggish. You wouldn't want to ruin your results. You wouldn't want to ruin your game. And she was like, that's what this is about. So, I don't ever want to get on anyone for ever drinking, because, I love to have a glass of wine and I love it, but I am really going to try and stick to, I want to see what my body can do. And so that's for me, it's okay, well, I'm just going to not drink for 80 days and see what happens. So, if you're freaking out about alcohol, then just think okay, let me just see what I can do. And Ash, you talked about the performance line. What I want to bring up is if you're drinking Energize, it is highly recommended by, Autumn came out and said, the two things that she really recommended were Energize, which I don't think I've ever gone a day now without it. I just love it so much. And then the post-workout, the Recover, and that is for muscle recovery. And so she said that just don't be surprised. So if you're just starting to drink Energize, some people feel tingly. And she said that, and I don't, but Ashley does. Her fingers feel tingly. So that's a normal.
But I will tell you, my fingers feel tingly. But if I start, so they recommend 30 minutes. But if I start my workout 15 minutes after I drink my Energize, I don't get the tingles, but I still feel the energizing kick in. So by the time I'm done my warm up, I'm ready to go. So I will just say that.
Yeah, that's
cool. The tingle though.
You do like the tingle. Then you're all right, I got to go work out. All right, and then so also another thing there for me and my husband doesn't drink he doesn't really like vegetables. And so I was going to post this later, but something that we got actually is Power Greens. And so for people who it's a Shakeology boost, but you can just drink it and it counts as a veggie. Or you can or
I love how me and Lauren are both like,
because they did a program where you had to just drink. Well, I did it too. You just had to drink it. But
I
Jeff,
will say by the end of like the last week, I think I was starting to enjoy the taste of it. So
yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. But my husband doesn't eat it like at all, so he's gonna put it in his shakes. And that's gonna like help him. But someone said how if you are someone who's traveling, if you know that you're gonna be traveling in the next however, like within these 80 days, they're like one of the hardest things to find. Apparently it's like vegetables, like good, clean, like vegetables. And so having that extra veggie like is awesome. So I'm going to be traveling, next week. And so I know I'm going to take like my Power Greens with me. So I know I have my veggies. And that was like a traveling tip that came up from the test group. So, and one thing that I really thought was really interesting, guys, about this and how I said we're training like athletes is, they said what this is going to eliminate is, when have after a weekend and you go and you eat bad and then you gain weight, you have like this humongous, like, like your weight increases by like 10 pounds and you're like, holy crap, I know I didn't do that. And it's your body is like absorbing this water weight and you have like this bloat that you can't get rid of. However, people who have muscle don't get that. It's the body fat that absorbs this water weight that keeps it in. It keeps you bloated. But when you have muscle and your muscle is working against that, then that doesn't happen. So, this is getting us to the point where at the end of 80 days, you're going to feel like you might have those splurge days, like, but you won't gain 10 pounds after it anymore. You will have gained muscle. So in this program, you really have to focus on, this is not about losing weight. It's just diminishing body fat. So just remember, like your before pictures are so important. If you haven't taken them, take them right this second. Like when you get off the phone, take them, and don't just take them in your t-shirt. Like, please, like go take it. We don't ever have to see the one in your bikini, but take it. Because I promise you, that's where you're going to see your results. And a lot of people from the test group, like one girl, they thought she lost so much weight. She only lost like 5 pounds and she dropped like pants sizes, like a couple pant sizes. But it was just, it was like you start to gain muscle. Like this program is designed to diminish body fat while gaining muscle and like the sexiest way possible. So it's going to be awesome. It's really going to be awesome. So, okay, go ahead, Ash. You talk.
Okay. So the last thing I want to touch on, and a lot of people are already starting to freak out because tomorrow's workout is 60 minutes, is time. So yes, I know that a lot of us are spoiled little brats when it comes to our Farron 22-minute workouts. Yeah. Me and my 30-minute workouts, like Farron, she loves her 22-minute hardcore for the reason why, because it's only 22 minutes. So here's the thing. We have to make time for ourselves. We came into this program, a lot of us well aware that the workouts were going to be 45 to 60 minutes long. So you came into it, so don't be surprised when you log on and you see a 60-minute workout. You need to make time for yourself. You need to make time for your goals. There are 24 hours in the day. You can take one of those hours out for you. I know we're all busy. Most of us are moms. Most of us are full-time working people. Everybody is busy in this group, but we all have to find some time for ourselves because we deserve it. Like we're all worth it. We all made this investment into ourselves. Every single person in this group made an investment in themselves. So you know that you're worth it. So find time no matter what. If it means waking up an extra half an hour, if it means staying up an extra half an hour, if it means cutting out your TV shows, you're binge watching on Netflix, I don't know what people do these days because I don't do anything. But if it means that you have to give up some things, then you have to give up some things. But you made this investment, so take it seriously. Stop making the excuses because people are already making excuses already and we haven't even started. So tomorrow, hopefully you guys have your day planned already. Like tomorrow is the most important day because it is day one. I don't want to see anybody missing tomorrow. Like I want to see how many people are in the group, Farron? 120 something, yeah. Right? Yeah. Or is it more than that? I don't even know. Hold on, I'm looking right now. We have, where is it? Crap, 140. Oh, 147 people in this group. So I expect to see 147 people posting tomorrow, because the reason why you guys are all here is for accountability and support. We're all doing the same program. We're doing it together. Everybody's starting day 1 together, and we're going to finish day 80 together. Right? Everybody shake their heads? Yeah?
Do you guys have any questions that you've been like dying to ask about the program?
How much time we got?
Let's see. We have more than 10.
Okay, we have more than 10 minutes. So anybody have any questions?
I do. One question?
Yes.
Okay. So the time nutrition workout block clear, but the other meals that we have, those exact containers in each one of those other meals, can they interchange, or it really needs to say the option 1, option 2, option 3, just that they can play around in the order?
Yes.
Like the food combos need to stay the same.
Yes, the food combos have to stay the same per meal, but you can change the order of the meal.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
I have a question.
Yes.
I was in the vegan 80-day obsessed group, and I was telling people what I put in my my tofu scramble, and I put nutritional yeast, and they asked me what that counts as, and I have no idea.
All right, well, we'll find out. Nutritional yeast?
I used 3 tablespoons but it was for like a bunch of tofu scramble. Like, I'm not going to eat it in one day.
Oh, okay, okay.
We could ask Jamie Messina at Farron.
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's ask her. Okay, I was going to say, I would think like a spoon. That's not even like a lot, that you use, right?
Mm-mm.
So, and spread out. Okay.
Yeah.
How are you doing with your vegan plan?
Well, I meal prepped today, and I have to say that I've been very bad. Like, I don't actually follow the containers, and it's my own fault. And I have to eat 7 meals. It's a lot. And I have to eat vegetables. I think I have to eat 6 greens.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot. But I mean, I think I look forward to it because I don't think I'll be hungry at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And what I want to say is so eat as much as you can in the meal, but don't force yourself to eat. I found that out the hard way with the Ultimate Reset, because that was a lot of food for me.
It was a lot for me too.
Yeah, and I would sit there and I was forcing myself to eat everything, because I was like, it's telling me that this is what I have to eat. This is what I have to eat. And I was eating everything, and I made myself sick. So just as much as you can. And if you can't eat it all, just kind of like take a few bites of, your protein, take a few bites of your greens, and then, eat a little bit of each and then go back. Like, if you don't think you're going to be able to finish it that way, you kind of get a little bit of everything that you're supposed to have in that meal.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yay. So, well, guys, I think this is really going to be awesome. And I think that you just have to, with all of it, just come into the group, so all of our other groups that we've done, we always say the people who get the best results are those that really utilize the group. So that means, come in here and check in every day. Like, just even if it's only once a day that you say, hey, I got my workout in, I stuck to my plan, I had a great day. Like, post that. If you had a bad day, come in here and say, I did my workout, I did my meal plan, and my day sucked. Like, you can say that in here. We're here for you, because I would say that this is such more, like, you didn't gain weight because you were, like, so happy you just ate all the Cheetos in the world and I love them. You gain weight. It's usually an emotional trigger, like something happened, and that you just, you got emotional, you got stressed, like you didn't feel good, like something happened and you started eating a lot, or you started not taking care of yourself, or you stopped working out. And that's okay, because all of you guys right now are in this freaking group. Like, all of you said, I'm going to do an 80-day group. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know anything about this, but I'm joining in. I'm going to buy these bands. You just did it. You just did it. And you didn't think twice about it, because I know all of you joined in, and it was an investment. This wasn't cheap. This wasn't like, the whole big fee. Like, I know over 30 days, it all kind of evens out, but that was a big investment. So one, be proud of yourselves that like, hey, you're taking ownership of your freaking life right now. Like, you know that going into June, you know, I mean, think about where you're going to be in April. We're going to go into April and you're going to be like, I got another month and pool's open and I'm already feeling awesome. Like this is such a huge thing for you guys that you're here. It's 9:30 on a Sunday night and you chose to be here right now to listen about how to be the best person you can be in this group. And that's pretty freaking awesome. So I want you to just own that and check in every day and tell us when your day sucks. If your kid was a jerk to you, talk about it. If your husband's being mean to you, come in here and talk about it. If that makes you want to eat and you need someone to call you and say, talk me off the ledge, talk about it. Like, we want to hear it because it's an emotional ride and we're here for you. And we've all been there. So like, let's use it. The best thing about these groups over anything else is that we're here for each other. We have the support. Because I tell you what, we couldn't just all walk into the gym tomorrow and be like, does anybody want to help me with this? My husband's being mean to me. Does anybody want to talk me through this? I'm going to eat Cheetos. Like, they're going to look at you like you're freaking nuts. Like, but here in this group is where you can say, I need you guys. Like, somebody text me later so I can get my workout in. Somebody be here for me. Does anyone want to hold my hand? And we're going to do that for you. So just really utilize this group and know that like we're here to be your friends. Like I'm proud of you guys. I think that you're awesome. And I think that you taking this leap shows how awesome of a person you are. And I cannot freaking wait until it is summertime and you're in your bathing suits and you feel confident because you earned it. You worked for it. You took it and you like grabbed life by the balls and you did it. And you said, this is my life. I'm going to do it. All right. So that's all I have to say. I'm really, really excited. Melissa has a question.
Are we doing I know everyone's going to be on different workout schedules, but are we doing another wake up text message thing?
Yes. Okay, so when I get off of here, I will post. I can do my husband wants me to get up tomorrow at 4, only because he has to work. I don't want to, but I won't usually do this, but it's because he has to like travel for the next couple of days. So he has to get up super early because he got to drive an hour and he really wants to do the workouts with me. So I said, okay, I'll do 4. I think my usual plan, you know how they say to eat an hour and a half before? For me, so that's another thing. Autumn said, if you're the type of person that you can eat that first meal, that pre-workout meal and go straight to a workout, you can do that. Like you're allowed to do that. If you're not gonna get cramps in your stomach, like you don't need that digestion.
You're not gonna throw up your breakfast.
Yes. She said because Autumn said for herself, she can eat and then go to work out. Like she doesn't eat any time.
She can eat while she works out and not vomit.
Right. So, but the reason why they said the hour and a half to an hour is because there are people who aren't like that. So I don't know how I am. So I was planning on, I'm going to do an hour and see how I feel. And then I was going to try to do 45 minutes. And I think I could do 45 minutes, read some personal development, get my life together, and then like mentally, and then go into my workout. So a workout, so back to the workout text, I was going to say I will be up. I could do a 4:30 wake up text. So you don't even have to tell me now, think about it. But for the morning workout people, I can, we can get on a text chain and say, get your butt up and work out. So if that works out for you. But I mean, there might be, maybe we'll post because if there's other people getting up at the same time, a workout text, it is really nice and it really helps. But the point of the text is you have to text back. Like, like if I say, hey guys, I'm up, wake up. And then everyone has to say, I'm up, I'm working out. Like that's the point of the text. Because sometimes we've been in groups and like no one texts back and I go right back to sleep. So help me. But that's all. And then there might be night workout people. So, we'll see. We'll make sure we have accountability partners in the group and make sure everybody that has somebody to help them.
Yes. I would also like to maybe once a week, I don't know, maybe or once a week or every other week, we might be able to try to organize some type of virtual gym on Saturday mornings for Saturday morning workout people, if you guys want to do that. We've done that a few times in our groups and it's been pretty fun. The other thing, I don't know if we ever talked about because we've been doing it this week and I don't know if everybody was seeing it, but when we post, we're going to post every single day by 9 a.m. There will be a post every single day giving tips, helpful hints, suggestions, anything like that associated with this program alone. Okay, so every day something will be posted at 9 a.m. If you're logging on from your phone into the group, you have to manually click on view pinned post at the top of the group. If you're logging on your computer, it'll automatically be there, but on your phone, you actually have to open up the post. It's stupid, but I don't know. So just to let you know that along the way, throughout the 80 days, so if you have done regular groups with us, you know we normally do a point system. We are not doing a point system for this group. It will be way too intense. There's 147 of us. That's way too many people to keep track of points with, and especially for 80 days. So we're just going to do some challenges, some just random, I don't even know, we haven't figured everything out yet, but there will be chances for you guys to win prizes, giveaways, you know, all kinds of stuff. So the best advice I have for you is just show up every single freaking day and be ready to rock it, because you never know when we're going to give something away. So.
Right. Yeah. I think at day 40, we should all come together and see, you know, well, and especially the what we do with the
refeed.
Not the refeed. When we do
readjust?
The readjustment days, or after each. Lauren told us each phase. Each phase, yeah. After each phase, see where we all are and see, you know. So, but guys, like, I think for me the motivation, like for me personally, guys, like my motivation is like I know that we're all doing it together, and so I don't want to miss one day, because I don't want to be you guys on day 80, you know, and I'm still on day 70. Like that would suck. So like, and it's more exciting when we do it together. And so just make it a priority, make you a priority, and just do it. Like find a way to do it. You know, and sometimes, guys, I think when you go to bed tonight, like when you're done with this and you're planning out tomorrow, like what am I going to do tomorrow? No, okay, I'm going to work out at this time. I'm going to eat at this time, whatever it may be. But you have to think of your why, you know, and so we didn't really talk about a lot this group, but you have to think of your why. Like, why are you doing this? So before you go to bed, think like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I committing to 80 days of a whole new nutrition? Like, and I'm talking about the why that makes you cry. And is that crazy? That is, but like why? Like why? Because you want to focus on you more. You want to see your body more. Like you want to, you know, like, and for me, like I want to, my kids ask me to go to the pool at the YMCA. And if I, you know, sometimes I eat bad and I'm like, well, crap, like I want to be able to go whenever I want, you know, I want to feel good all the time, not just like when I'm doing a program. Like that's my why. Like I want to do this for me. I want to do something for me. And a big part, like, you know, we're only young once. Like I want to see what my body is capable of. You know, and like, and what can I really do? Like this program is made for like to see like what your body can do. And like, that's a pretty awesome thing. So think of your why tonight. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I going to wake up in the morning and work out? You know, what is going to get me up to do this? And so, and if you are a reader, there are 2 books that we recommend if you're like, hey, I want to read something during this, and you know, that's kind of motivates you. Maybe that's something you read while you're like waiting, but you know, you're eating. For me, I recommend the Miracle Morning. Is like one of, like, if you're working out in the morning, especially, it like always gets me going. It's just like a get stuff done book. And Ashley, the Goddess Revolution, especially for people who struggle with eating, or they don't, you know, you just, I don't know, it's for pretty much anybody who is like, you've ever gained weight because you had an issue with eating. I feel like this just nails it on the head, and it's just about like getting your life together and seeing your reason for like why you eat the way you eat. It was a really good book. So
make you think about food differently.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 4 minutes left of this call. So this is your last chance to ask any questions. Anybody?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Oh. There's a couple different Miracle Morning books.
Look at you. Look at you already on there.
What is that?
Oh, my lily pants. It's it's the blue one. It's blue with
Your Not So Obvious Secret to Transform Your Life.
Maybe it's blue and the name is Hal.
Yeah.
There's one I think that's yellow-ish.
Well, I was just wondering because there's another blue one, but it's for real estate agents. Not that I think you would read a real estate agent book, but
You get that one.
And then there's one for network marketers.
I think mine's the OG. I will look it up and I'll send it to you. How about that?
Okay.
All right, maybe I'll post in there. So, all right, guys. So I'm gonna pop off here. If you think of any questions, so tomorrow when you get your stuff done, just post about it in the group. Let's keep each other accountable, and let's rock this. Right? I'll see you on day 80, 81.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.